Assalamualaikum everyone, it's me from batch PET 110. So today I would like to read this book Little Women written by Louise May Alcott. So today I will read chapter 5. So let's read. Being neighborly. What in the world are you going to do now, Joe? Asked Mick one snowy afternoon. Going out for exercise, answered Joe. But it's cold and dull out. I like adventures. To Joe's lively fancy, this fine house seemed a kind of enchanted palace full of splendors and delights which no one enjoyed. She had long wanted to behold these hidden glories and to know the Lawrence boy. That boy is suffering for society and fun, she said to herself. His grandpa does not know what's good for him and keeps him shut up all alone. He needs a party of jolly boys to play with or somebody young and lively. I have a great mind to go over and tell the old gentleman so. The idea amused Joe, who liked to do daring things. How do you do? Are you sick? She asked him as one day she saw him. Laurie opened the window and crawled out as hoarsely as a raven. Better, thank you. I have had a bad cold and been shut up a week. Joe went over to give company to Laurie on his invitation. Having got permission from her mother, Joe took with her a dish of blancmange and Beth's 3 kittens on loan. I came to amuse you. Shall I read aloud? Said Joe, looking affectionately toward some inviting books nearby. Thank you, I have read all those, and if you don't mind, I'd rather talk, answered Laurie. Not a bit, I will talk all day if you will only set me going. You will never draw that curtain any more, she said, and I give you leave to look as much as you like towards my home. We all have jolly times and me can make you happy, said Joe. We are not strangers, we are neighbors. You see, Grandpa lives among his books and doesn't mind much what happens outside. Mr. Brooke, my tutor, doesn't stay here, you know, and I have no one to go about with me. So I just stop at home and get on as I can. That's bad. You ought to make an effort and go visiting everywhere you are asked. Then you will have plenty of friends and pleasant places to go to. Laurie went away and his guest amused herself in her own way. She was standing before a fine portrait of the old gentleman when the door opened again, and without turning she said decidedly, I'm sure now that I shouldn't be afraid of him, for he's got kind eyes, though his mouth is grim, and he looked as if he had a tremendous will of his own. He isn't as handsome as my grandfather, but I like him. Thank you, ma'am, said a gruff voice behind her. And there, to her great dismay, stood old Mr. Lawrence. Poor Joe blushed and her heart began to beat uncomfortably. First, but the gentleman made her comfortable through his talks.